He said, alayhi salatu wasalam, that a person on the day of judgment's feet will not be moved from their place until he's asked about the following. About his life, how did he spend it? And about what he knew, what did he do with it? And about his money, how did he get it and how did he spend it? And about his body, in what did he wear it out? So in this hadith, as we will be asked about our money, you have money with you and you spend it. And Allah will ask you not only how did you get it, but how you spend it. Was it halal? Was it haram? Was it for the sake of Allah or for the sake of shaitan? Was it permissible or not? Allah will also similarly ask us about our bodies. The body that Allah had given us. How did we spend the days and nights using it until we wore it out, until it became older and sicker? But while we had it, how we used it. And so it is important for a Muslim to have a proper understanding and relationship with his body. And though this may seem something simple enough, it's really not that simple. Especially when you look at the world today and how the world looks at our bodies, at human bodies. In modern culture, there is an obsession with the material. And because of that, there is an obsession with the body. And that obsession, by the way, comes as an extreme reaction to how the body was looked at before. In Europe's dark ages, the body was devalued because the body was looked at as the source of temptation and evil. So in order for you to expel spiritually, what you needed to do is to punish and to deprive the body, because that's the source of temptation. And so if you want to understand what they did, look at celibacy and monasticism, and you'll understand some of the reflections of that punishment for the body. So they went from degrading the body into the opposite of celebrating the body and forgetting about the soul altogether. So now they may not even admit that there is a soul. But the culture, modern global culture, focuses on the pleasures of the body itself. Look at advertisement. What does it cater to? The food, the fashion, the drink, the travel, the entertainment. All of that is directed at the body, and ironically, it has in it contradictions. If you have not seen them, look again to see the contradictions. On the one hand, there is an excessive attention to food and an injection to make food more popular, more tasty, an injection of unhealthy ingredients in it that makes us fatter and sicker. At the same time as they are making profit for all of that, the opposite is that there's another industry. As you're getting fatter because of the culture, there is that fitness and exercise industry that wants to slim you down and makes also a lot of money from you. As you become sicker because of what you eat, because of the things that they put in and the things that they take out of it, it makes you sicker. And you have the pharmaceutical industry that intervenes to try to treat that and makes a lot of money. But all of that, the focus is on the body exclusively. And what emerges from that also, and you see that more among the young, the pre-adolescents, the adolescents, but even among adults, there's this idealized image of what a body should look like. The beautiful body that everybody should aspire to be like. And that creates negative, critical feelings in the hearts of many men and women, young and old, when they look at themselves. Because I'm not as beautiful, I'm not as attractive. So not only do they become critical, they also develop that negative feelings about the body and they try to change it to look like somebody else. And they would pay a lot of money for that. And continuously feel that they are behind and ugly, and it affects the rest of their personality because they're always holding themselves in comparison to somebody else that they see in the media who's glamorized, who's idealized, not realizing that these images are manufactured and not real, and not that everybody is supposed to look like that. In Islam, on the other hand, the body occupies a middle position. It is not something to be degraded and derided. It is not the source of evil. At the same time, Muslims have to avoid the obsessions of the body that they see in modern culture. One of them, for instance, that when you look at that modern tendency to strip people of their clothes, to look and appear more naked, and that is modern and civilized. Understand that early on, the shaitan was trying to do the same thing by refocusing people on their bodies and stripping them of their clothes. Where Allah Azza wa Jal says, and here Allah is speaking to humanity, يَا بَنِي آدَمَ لَا يَفْتِنَنَّكُمُ الشَّيْطَانُ كَمَا أَخْرَجَ أَبَوَيْكُم مِّنَ الْجَنَّةِ يَنْزِعُ عَنْهُمَا لِبَاسَهُمَا لِيُرِيَهُمَا سَوْآتِهِمَا. He says, O children of Adam, do not be tempted by the shaitan as he did with your parents to expel them from Jannah. He strips them of their clothes so that he would show them their nakedness. Meaning that one of the attempts of the shaitan that was early on with Adam alayhi salam and his wife is to remove their clothing that covered them and honored them so that they would be naked. So modern culture or modern obsession, material obsession with the body that seeks to strip people of their clothes, men and women, and have them, rather than focus on their heart and their minds, focus on their body, is a plot as old as the plot of the shaitan. And it continues to aid and try to accomplish the goals of the shaitan. Because when you do this, when you strip and you become naked, the shaitan expels you from the rahmah of Allah Azza wa Jal.